Hello, welcome to Total Traffic and Conversion. And today I'm with Betty Withrow, Roy Dickan, and Alyson Landis. And we're going to talk about power partnerships and marketing and kind of innovative marketing strategies. And Betty, would you like to introduce your guest, Alyson?
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure. So Alyson and I met on a networking event, and I said, this is a lady who walks and talks and breathes marketing, because her business, Inkcentric, when I went to the website and I saw the cars that her business can print, I went, oh, this is exciting. And so if you're looking for all kinds of amazing branded merchandise, Alyson is your gal. And we're just getting to know each other. I'm looking forward to learning more and more about Alyson and working together.
Thank you, Betty, for having me, and Greg and Roy. This is amazing. I'm very excited for how today will go.
So would you like to introduce what you do a little bit more? And yeah.
Absolutely. So, as you heard, I'm Alyson Landis. I am the CEO of Inkcentric Corp, where we offer all printing and promotional products. As you can see behind me, there's quite a bit of signage, custom boxes, posters. So for us, quickly, when it comes to printing, we have digital through offset equipment, which means we can be cost effective at 100 business cards, but also 100,000 if need be. When it comes to promotional products, that's anything with your logo on it. We are also all apparel, whether it's embroidery or silkscreen. We are also a mail house. Direct mail is still a fantastic way to market your businesses. And that's us.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, we were talking about direct mail. That's actually probably how we ended up talking about you. Is and the shock and awe box. That's I've received a few, and it's really good practice to get, because you make an impression. You know, you got a little box with whatever it is. It might be edible stuff, might be mugs or bookmarks, anything. Yeah. So our I'm going to put our banner here for our main topic here, because last week we talked to a few people about some interesting and creative ways of marketing, and so you're the printable stuff and that kind of thing, and then we were going to talk. We're going to have a couple more guests hope will pop on here as well, but last week we had a super niche guest talking about the voice messages that are on the phone when you're waiting to make an appointment at a dentist. It doesn't get much more niche. And so do you well, let's open it up. I know Betty, what is your main marketing strategy? What are your recommendations at this point here? What's your bag?
Okay. What my bag is writing for people, putting together their strategy for their content. A lot of businesses don't have time for all their written materials, and so I fill that need for them. I'm a book creation coach, a ghostwriter, and an editor. I do, as I just mentioned, I write content, and I believe that communication is a total art. It's not only about words; it's also about visual perception. It's basically about showing up for your market and understanding what it is that your market needs from you and making that happen. So I'm super pleased that Alyson came on with us today, because my vision of how we can collaborate with other marketers continues to expand as I realize that there are all these other tools and there are great people that we can collaborate with. So as power partners, as a concept, to me is far more powerful than each of us individually doing what we do. I mean, we do that anyway. However, when we all get in a room together and we come up with new ideas, the ideas that we grow become much larger than anything any one of us could have accomplished individually. I was just chatting with Greg right before we came on about how I was looking around for course platforms based on a book that I edited for someone who's going to come on one of our other shows about writing a course. And I was like, oh, this is overwhelming. Then I met Greg, who knows all of the platforms, and I didn't have to learn it. And I went, hey, all right, okay. So I don't have to figure that out. I don't have to figure out how to do what Roy does. I don't have to figure out what Alyson does. Instead, we can get together, brainstorm, and go, this is what this client could really use for everything. And we can show up and make that happen. So that is what's really exciting to me about power partnerships and affiliate marketing.
Yeah, thank you, Betty. And what's great about what you do is we all have the philosophy of write once and use everywhere. So some of the things could end up in printable things that Alyson creates, and then Roy, his, as you see, his sign is niche domination. So Roy's a master of all things Google. So if Google ain't happy, ain't nobody happy with SEO and also messaging. And your area also is video, using video and YouTube, especially YouTube ads, YouTube things. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that, Roy.
Yeah, well, as far as the video goes, I've been doing video for clients for over 13 years, and we didn't used to do it on YouTube because it's valuable to do it everywhere. It started out, it was just used on a website itself, but then as different things came along and they started allowing video, it's good to use video on LinkedIn, for example, and it's good to use video on your Google Business Profile, which is what your Google My Business is now called. So it's good to use video everywhere. It's probably best to also use it or use it only as the most important place is on YouTube, because YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google itself. And the interesting thing is, if you have a good YouTube video, you can show up on page 1 of Google. If you have a good LinkedIn video, you can show up on page 1 of Google. So Google loves video. So that's an important thing. You brought up video, so I had to bring up all those things. But what I basically want to do is help any business or business owner be found online by their ideal prospects, so they don't have to go out and search for them themselves. It's an automatic thing, and it's done with content and with other various tools. It could be as simple as we teach you how to do it, and you just do it yourself. That's one mechanism. One of the better approaches has been that we actually work with you to establish your message and be found continually. And once you know how to do that, then you can continue to change that in the future. And for some people, they don't have any time to do any of this stuff, so we'll do it for them. And when we do it for them, that's a really important time to collaborate, because there's a lot of things that have to all be put together. One important thing is content. But the other really important thing is, once you have all these leads coming in, you want to make sure you convert as many of them as possible. And that's where Greg's expertise is so strong. It's so strong in many ways, but as far as my particular niche domination concept is concerned, it's a major important element for having a client for life, or at least for years and years and years. Because if you sell them once, yeah, that's good. But if you can sell them continually, maybe several times a year, or different things to continue to improve their domination efforts, and more leads keep coming in on a weekly basis, if you don't convert these things, because sooner or later you're going to have an awful lot to convert. Some of them can be converted automatically, and others can be contacting you in ways that makes it easier for you to convert them. So your conversion percentage goes up, which I feel is very important.
Yeah, thanks, Roy. So what Roy's alluding to is my main area is landing pages and sales funnels, email, mailing lists, and online courses. and memberships. And it's interesting about having clients for a long time. I've got a few people now I'm working on. It's like 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that is wonderful.
yeah. And, and it's been everything across the board, I think all Betty and Roy and I all have the same thing is we don't know who's going to come in our door, because Betty's writing about cybersecurity or she's writing about people growing up in the mob or, anything, right? We never know.
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah, anything. And the whole reason for we started bringing people in like Alyson is because that's another piece of the puzzle.
Yes.
You just have, you've got the continuity, like you've got people connected. You probably have clients where you send out maybe a newsletter or a brochure or something new or just hi, or maybe a little printed truck or something once a month or something. It's just fun. So that's the whole thing is attraction and engagement and keeping them going, and with some very interesting ways of marketing. And so we're learning about new things every day.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to make some comments, or anybody want to jump in, Alyson?
Sure. I can show you a few fun marketing ideas if you're okay with that.
That would be wonderful.
Guys, I could not agree more. Roy, Google is a beast, as we know, and I am not very familiar with it. So, I mean, what all of us offer together is fantastic. As Betty and I had mentioned before, I am not a writer. I don't claim to be, but the more people I can bring into my network, the more I can help my clients. So just a few fun things. Galpin Motors, big automotive dealership over here. They were a cold call for me almost 23 years ago. It is what it is. So this is a fun piece that we made for them. So this is just paper, but on a stick. Great for outdoor events. Why? Most of the time in California, they're hot. Everybody wants to fan themselves, but you say, absolutely, please take my fan and flash my logo all the way around the festival. We would greatly appreciate it. So this is one. For Galpin, we also print beautiful calendars for them at the end of the year. They do about 200,000 of these. So what their idea is to keep the marketing going, and this is the gift that is 365 days of the year. Yeah. They are creating custom cars at Galpin. So we feature one on every month, all sorts of different information about it. Everything's on the back as well. And we mail the majority of these out. So it's another great way to reach your client. Speaking of calendars, this is Brentwood Country Club. They're a new client for us this year, but we printed these beautiful calendars for them. All sorts of images throughout all of the club. Oh, there we go, is another one. And this is a different type of binding at the top. This is a hook that folds and hangs. So really, really cool. And then this is a fun piece. This is another new client for us, the Getty. So we were able to create these. Let me put it on a flat background. So their idea is they're having a crew in this weekend. They are going to make this a stained glass. They will put a piece of paper behind it. Everybody will be able to paint. They will cut it out. And in the end, you will have a beautiful piece of stained glass. So this actually wasn't printed. This is a black piece of paper, but we were able to use our laser cutter to get all of these cool dimensions and cuts in here to make it work. So really, I mean, as you guys know, now, well, here's another one. Lanyards, how popular are those? And then let's even throw on a custom hat. This is a client of ours named Smart Cover, and their people love camo. So, you know, it really, the sky is the limit when it comes to this. Forgive my sticking up hair now because of that. But that's a few fun projects. Oh, here, you know what? There is one more I'd love to share. And they are called challenge coins. I'm not sure if you're familiar with these, but these are two different kinds. So this is for Smart Cover. And what that company does is they actually have a satellite system that is in our sewers. So this is a mini manhole. If you can understand, this would be on the ground. This is what it looks like. This green dot is their satellite. And on the back, we went ahead with it was having to do with their history. So we went ahead and put that in there. And then one more really quick. This is a man named Don Brady. He ships cars all across the U.S. This is his fun challenge coin. And what he does is hands these out to people as he's meeting them all across the U.S. And this will buy you a drink with him. So it's just a fun way to recognize. And these are for employees. These are for clients. They can be for everybody. So yes, that's me.
excellent ideas.
Thank you.
Those are fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
Fun.
so one of the things, the services packages that Betty and I offer is power presentation. And so Betty takes people through her 3 golden apples method and comes up with video scripts, and then they come to me and then we shoot the video scripts, and it can be used on all sorts of places. And today I had a really good example. It wasn't something I created, but somebody connected with me with LinkedIn, and then they sent me a short video introducing what they have to offer. So then it's up to me to watch the video and then have to decide if I want to make an appointment with them later, which is a really good use of a video clip. And I guess I should mention that right now we're streaming with StreamYard across LinkedIn, YouTube. I could have a number of Facebook groups, but I think I'm only going to one, and Twitter. I should go take a look at it, see what it looks like on Twitter one day. But it's
the
just
power of technology, huh?
It's just video everywhere, and it's pretty easy. You load it up, you choose where you want to send it, and push the broadcast button.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Not just Zoom anymore. We're so beyond that, right?
Yeah. Well, even now with Zoom, or people are broadcasting Zooms live on social media as well, because you can connect that, and that works pretty well if you've got a much larger group than what we have now. I think we could probably squeeze 10 people on the screen here, but that's the limit. Then we'd have to upgrade our dilithium crystals.
Yeah, I should mention that Google and LinkedIn, probably Facebook, although I don't know much about them, really love live video.
Hi, guys. Hi. How are
That's great, Roy.
I love live video. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's better than anything that's
Hey, everyone.
pre-made
Hey, guys.
as far as they're concerned.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. Here we are. Well, I'm glad you're here, Joey. Awesome. Thanks for showing. Can you hear us?
Betty, you want to introduce Joey a bit here?
I'd be more than happy to introduce Joey. This is my very dear friend, Joie Gharrity of 113 Branding, and she is absolutely an expert on showing up and being your brand. And she's a veteran of various types of media, passionate about video. So you came in at exactly the right moment, Joey, as we were talking about how all the different platforms love live video, and that's what we're doing. Yeah. So tell us more.
Do you guys see the chat?
I see a private chat on the side.
And she can't hear us.
You can't hear
us?
us?
We can hear her. She can't hear us.
I wonder weird. Why.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now I can hear you guys.
Okay. That's the other beauty of live broadcasts, right? Yeah. You never know what kind of technical issue you're going to have.
Well, now we got to reset and say everything again.
Yes. I'll just step right in and introduce you again, Joey, so you can hear it. This is my very dear friend, Joie Gharrity, and we've seen a thing or two together. And Joey is 113 Branding. She is an absolute expert on putting together your brand and showing up and living your brand. She's a passionate live streamer and an amazing hostess and guide and coach for business women.
Well, thank you, Betty. So I appreciate being here, you guys.
Yeah. Tell us more about you, Joey. Your turn.
Yeah, so I jumped in the live stream world 3 years ago, and I fell in love with it. I love it. What I do is I do the live streams and then live stream podcast, and then so that way I just have to scrape the audio, and then I drive that over into the podcast. I'm actually sitting at Electricast down in Hollywood. They're a media podcast company out of Hollywood. And so I do that. I just launched the Superstar Women Entrepreneurs Media Network, and it's exclusively for superstar entrepreneurs, for women entrepreneurs. And it's a way where we can be sharing real value, tangible resources, tips, and more with women entrepreneurs out there. And I'm training women entrepreneurs how to become live stream content creators and then / podcasters. So I just launched that in January, and I love it. It's so much fun. I was just with all of them a little while ago. And then I exclusively work with women entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'd love to hear more information about it.
I like this arena. I think this arena is fantastic. I have a pretty extensive background in Hollywood. I worked there for 20 years. And so when I saw this media opportunity open up, it was an easy fit for me because I love everything media. And I don't think that there is a more robust, faster business card than the live stream world, especially for face recognition. I also like it for the entertainment components, like, the scrolls, the imagery, but my network is all based on an interview formatting. That way we can bring on other people with their expertise. And then I call it the double dip. And then we strategize the double dip so that we can tag them, the guest, and get into their backyard too.
No, that's perfect, Joie. And
Yeah.
and you listed off quite a few different platforms for the video, right? Your podcast and broadcast like this, an interview, and then reusing it in other ways.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
One of our themes today was to talk about power partnerships, and we were just, as you were jumping on, we were talking about, like, collectively everybody offers something different.
Oh yes.
But collectively we can offer a pretty comprehensive package of things. Yeah. So anybody want to jump in on that topic?
Well, yeah, I'll reiterate what I said earlier, that together we are far more than the sum of our parts, because we're all brilliant, creative people, and we get together, the ideas start flying, and then we have to grow into our ideas. That's the fun challenge of it all. So, and we can do affiliate marketing, kind of almost like a crossfire. Okay, I know somebody who needs what you do. You know somebody who needs what I do, and this collaboration group is just beginning to take off to be a massive value for the marketplace, because we have all these different skill sets. Each one complements the others, and each of our clients is unique. So we can offer each client a unique marketing system that's based on that kind of perspective.
Yeah, and just to double on, piggyback on that, I have a quote that there's plenty of spotlight to go around. And the other thing too that I learned early on in my Hollywood career is that it takes hundreds of people to bring a movie to the big screen. Hundreds, right?
At least
And
hundreds.
so there's such a we atmosphere down there, right? Because everyone knows that everyone is like an intricate part to getting that next piece up on the big screen, the small screen, whatever screen it is, right? And I don't think you can build an empire or a thriving business by yourself. I don't think it's possible.
No, it's pretty hard.
I agree.
Yeah. I watch credits, right? And we stay there till the end of the thing, and it's like 5 minutes of credits. Some of the bigger movie like Avatar, there's like 1,000 names on there probably.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I learned and I love the most about down there, is that you will not find another industry that actually like spotlights you for showing up, like in legacy, like for life, right? Because the credits will always be there. There's not another industry that's that generous that would take the time to roll your name, like roll the credits at the end. And so that was another reason why I really fell in love with it.
That's awesome. I actually am in the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. I've been an ambassador for them for the last few years. Just such a great vibe in Hollywood. And I know exactly what you're talking about. There are a lot of hardworking people and hardworking companies there as well. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hollywood keeps you on your toes. Yes.
Love that.
Yes. And okay, so when it comes to collaborating, as we were talking about before, I'm a printer. I know ink on paper. I do not know Google. I am not a writer, and we can go through everything else. And so to me, the bigger network of good people you have around you, the more we can offer to our clients. You guys are all an added value to our clients now that we know and hopefully can collaborate together. It's great. You're only going to make me and my company stand out better. So it's fantastic.
Right.
I agree. That's cool.
Since I started collaborating, I absolutely love it, because I'm able to offer so much more to a client. Basically, our client profile is very similar. We're really all looking at the same people, but we come at it from total different directions. And what I like about each client, and I think probably many of you have found the same, is that everyone is different. Everyone needs different things. They may eventually need everything, but initially they need different things. And by collaborating, you can come at it from the correct direction from the start, and then add collaboration partners as it goes along. Because as with Greg, who has clients for 25 years, I don't have them for quite that long, but 8-10 years I've been able to do. And you need to offer different things each year in order to be able to have them continue to buy from you and get the things that they need to continue to grow their companies. So collaboration for me is very exciting.
Yeah, I have clients almost older than the internet.
Yeah, you do. You do. Very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I started working for a commercial photographer, and I ran the front office for them doing accounting and customer service. And they said, we want you to do sales. And I said, I don't know anything about sales. So they literally threw the yellow pages at me and said, go for it. So my story is always, Google did not exist back then, not to age myself by any means, but nowadays a cold call needs to be a warm call, because when we have sites and information gatherers like Google, that we should know before we're even making that call more about the client. But hey, brass tactics for me, I will still call to this day. So it is what it is.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's takes a special person to do cold calls.
Yes, for real.
Well, that is the proof in the pudding. Galpin was a cold call for us, and they let us come in, and they said, you're not going to get the work, but you are welcome to come in. And being young and naive, I thought, okay, I'll do it. And that was 23 years ago. So, fingers crossed all the way around. It works.
Congratulations. That's hot. Yeah.
Thank
That's
you
very
very
much.
Thank you.
Well, the good thing about cold calling now is that you can gain a lot of information about somebody before you even talk to them.
Yeah.
So you can come at it from a warm perspective instead of a cold perspective, as long as you do your research.
It's almost frustrating if you don't do the research ahead of time. You can find out so much more about your prospective clients and everything else that way, and saves them the time as well of explaining.
Yeah, it's definitely a waste of your own time if you don't do it. That's
absolutely.
I've been pestered by calls from people. I guess I don't always put privacy on when I register a domain. And then I'm getting people saying, marketing companies doing what we do, right? And wanting to know help. And somebody said, says, well, you don't have any traffic. Says, I only registered the site 2 days ago. How could there be traffic?
If there was traffic that quickly, Google would go, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. So anyway, I might start putting the privacy on because it's annoying.
It is funny, right before this call, I got an email from a company saying, well, small businesses put marketing on the back burner, and would you like us to introduce you to some marketers for your business? And I said, oh, here, check out our site, and we're live streaming at 1:00, and maybe you'd like to become an affiliate. It was great, but they clearly had not done any advance before they made that.
Such a waste.
He made that overture,
Yeah,
I have a similar one. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'll sometimes take those. Oh yeah, go.
Oh, I had a local company send me an email for their golf tournament coming up. I wasn't able to go to the tournament, but I just used the opportunity to respond to that email and say, if you're looking for any printing or have any needs for your golf tournament, we'd be a great fit for you. And knock on wood, she became a client after that. So they were selling me. I kind of sold them back, but we all needed each other. So it worked out in the end.
That's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it will, because sometimes I had a meeting with somebody who does part of what we do, because at some point you need people to help you with things, right? You can't do it all yourself, so I don't rule it out. It's just the person this morning had done no research to find out anything about me or what we did, and didn't shut up.
That's the one. Right. That's what it's called. This is my phone. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, and actually, I did something rarely because the person has phoned me 3 times in 3 different days about 3 different domains, and each time he's pretending it's something new, right? So I blocked the number.
Good
Oh,
move.
we're having Alan coming in here. Let's see what happens.
Hooray.
Yay!
Good.
Okay, we're back to having an even number now. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was afraid to see what would happen when we had 5 instead of 6. So
yeah,
it
there we
worked
go.
out,
So now
but
we
it's a
have
lot
6
better now.
Now we're almost balanced. I don't know if our counselors would say that, but we're almost balanced.
No, they might not.
Right. Don't ask our client whether we're balanced or not. She might not. We might not like her answer for us.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're all in this. We're all in this circus together. Hi, Alan. I'm glad you got here.
Can you hear us okay, Alan?
He might be frozen.
Is
Does
he
it look a little
frozen? He might be, yeah.
He looks frozen. Yeah.
Either
That's
that
a
or he
normal
can
word for us
really hold a
nowadays,
still
My puppies
position.
need me. Okay.
Somebody's looking
See you,
frozen.
Joey.
I
Thank
gotta
you.
go take care of my
Thank you.
puppies. They haven't been out all day. I've been back to back. I know they're like screaming for me right now.
I didn't even know you had puppies. We need to talk.
I have 2 puppies. I love you guys. Thank you. So look
Nice
forward
to
to all the
meet you.
collaboration.
Thank you, Joey. Good to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Alan, are you live now?
I think he's
Still
I don't
frozen.
know. I think he's kind of frozen.
Is that funny that in 2023 we can refer to people as frozen and they don't have icicles hanging down from their
That's
faces?
true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
That's
Super lingo.
technology. Okay, so he came and went, and
Well, he might be back.
he
might be back.
might.
Yeah.
And you guys forgave me. I have to get into another meeting as well. This has been so much fun. I loved it. Thank you for having me.
It's
Oh.
good to meet you,
Yeah,
Alyson.
thanks
Thank you
for
so much.
coming,
Your
Alyson.
ideas are wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
I
And
think
Roy,
we're gonna have to hit you up for some total traffic and conversion swag.
let's do it. I would love to. You guys are so much fun. And Roy, I will connect with you on LinkedIn. I know Greg and Betty and I are connected, but I would love to connect with you as well.
Yes, please.
Betty, thank you for inviting me. This was so much fun. Really
Absolutely
appreciate it.
pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you. And you guys have a great weekend.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank
Alyson.
you.
Bye-bye now.
Alyson.
All
There
right.
you go. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. We had a couple of people pop in and out and make some comments in the audience, and one guest pop in and out.
Yes.
So,
I'm gonna go to LinkedIn and see if I can catch up with Alan and find out what's going on.
yeah,
He gets tech issues back and forth.
Yeah, he was in on YouTube and made a comment on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So he went there first. So
Yeah.
So he tried to join us. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, next time, here I'll just say sorry to miss you today. Let's set up for next week.
Awesome. You're watching this live communication and booking.
Yeah.
What's that thing? Book the appointment within the meeting.
Yeah, exactly. This is how it is. This is what live streaming is all about, and the beauty, complexity, and perfect imperfections of life. Right?
Yeah. So we can try out our exit video now. We had the intro video. We can
We've
try
got an exit video. Oh my gosh, Greg,
It'll
you are
look
unbelievable.
a lot like the other one did.
Is it the same?
Yeah, it's the same. Let's see how good this is. And there's a timing challenge, right?
Bookends, yeah.
Yeah, bookends. So just don't say anything incriminating if the video finishes and we're still live. Here we go.
No way.